Hello and welcome to episode 16 of I Will Cast Anything, casting at the correct speed. Now, you will notice we are on Entombed Valley for TVZ. This is game 1 of a best of 7 that I will be casting. Uncharted territory for me. I'm really excited. I think this is going to be great. These two players are masters level, I am told, by SoMToZu, who sent me this replay. SoMToZu is the yellow Terran player in the top left hand corner. His opponent, the Zerg player, is Loconess. He's the red Zerg in the top right hand corner. And I can't wait to see these guys play a best of 7 and get to know some players a bit more closely and get to see that great tactical play of strategies and builds that you see across a multi-game series. A proper match. This is going to be fantastic, and it's Terran vs Zerg. It's my favourite matchup. And no crazy early pools from Loconess. I have yet to see a Zerg player in the 16 episodes that I have cast go early spawning pool. Players spawning in pretty close positions here. And that means that this first Overlord is going to arrive nice and early. Hatchery first from Loconess. Seems to be the de facto standard play against a Terran for Zerg at the moment. And similarly, the standard play for Terran against the Zerg is to go Hellions. And with that gas timing, Hellions is fully what I expect. Spawning pool is coming down for Loconess just before that second hatchery is all the way done, and that means he'll be able to make 4 Zerglings at a time once it finishes. First Marine is out on the map and the wall is finished for Loconess, for SoMToZu even. Loconess will have seen that gas and will know that Hellions are on the way. And double spawning pool? That is interesting. Not entirely sure, I have to say, what Loconess is going for with that. And we see that queen coming out to get those larva injects going. We see drones coming down as this second hatch gets up. And we see SoMToZu putting his marines down on the ramp, stopping anything from getting up in here into his natural and plopping down that first command center. So it wasn't quite 1 racks expand. It's gone 1 racks and most of the way to a factory expand. But those Hellions are going to be coming out pretty shortly. Just waiting for this reactor to finish up. Timing not quite perfect on this changeover, but pretty good. He'll be producing Hellions in no time. We see the first 2 Zerglings on the way for Loconess, who didn't drone scout if I'm not mistaken. He might have done it, I missed it. Here come 2 Zerglings. 1 queen is out already, 2 more on the way, so... Oh sorry, 2 queens out already, and 2 on the way. So going 4 queens early to hold off those Hellions, and he's going to need those queens to kill these Marines right about now. Not going to kill them, but is going to make it run away, and that's almost as good, denying that scouting information. It's also denying scouting information is SoMToZu. He's got a wall. He didn't kill those Zerglings though, he let them skate on by and kill a worker, which is a little bit of an error, but forgivable. So 2 Marines, 2 Hellions now, 2 more Hellions just popped, 6 queens coming from Loconess. So he's not going Roach Warren yet, he's going double evolution chamber. He did cancel that second spawning pool. I think that was a mistake, which is a shame. A misclick. I'm not sure what he actually intended to build there, but I don't think it was a spawning pool. And that Hellion run by is going to get into his worker line. How many are they going to get? That's 3. Oh, and another. That's just so dangerous, this Hellion harass. So dangerous. I really think you need to get roaches out earlier to deal with this kind of thing. Oh, another worker. One of the Hellions is gone, one is still left. There it goes. And 6 queens are out now for Loconess. 6 queens, double evolution chamber, mining on 2 bases. Could be worse for Loconess, could be worse, but he does have 4 more Hellions tearing across the map towards him. And cloaked banshees are going to be coming in not too long. Loconess using those queens to bust down these rocks, open up an easier path to spread creep to the next base he wants to take. Hellion's not charging straight in yet. I think 6 queens are a bit dangerous, and he's got more in place to block off this ramp. Now here comes +1/+1 from those double evolution chambers. A lot more Hellions. A lot more Hellions. Macro hatch already. Usually don't see a macro hatch go down until Zerg has 3 bases, but given all those Hellions out there and given that there's nothing but queens on the field for Loconess at the minute, there are a couple of Zergling groups. In fact, quite a lot of Zerglings coming out at the moment. And spine crawlers. And Zergling speed. There goes that creep spread. Up towards that 3rd. Oh, and that Banshee came in while I wasn't paying attention. Killed 3 workers. Queens will be able to take it down. Queens aren't at the ramp right now. Those Hellions could run right in there. Although, wait, we do have a full wall off there now. With that queen in place. That's good placement. More workers going down. 6 workers killed by this one Banshee now. Transfusing to keep the queens alive and doesn't have protection. Oh dear. Finally, morphs in an Overseer and murders that Banshee. But that's a lot of workers killed. Rocks being destroyed now. And just so many Hellions out here for SoMToZu. SoMToZu, meanwhile, while we've been focusing on the action at Loconess's base, it's going double armory over here. It's got 3 bases up, mining like crazy, plenty of factories, plenty of units, Mutilisks on the way for Loconess. That'll help with these Banshees. Air attack is one as well, so he's going big in for the Mutas. There's an alternate path into this base now. There's just queens. Now the Mutas start to pop. And now Loconess can even the score a little bit. He's been on the back foot. But these Mutilisks are going to let him push out. And with no Marines on the field right now, there is 1 Viking and 2 Banshees, but no Marines. These Mutilisks are going to be able to do a fair bit of damage. Could come in here for harass. There's no missile cannons. Potentially. Blue flames. So SoMToZu committing to his Hellions, and why not? He's got a hell of a lot of them. Loconess going all Mutalisk at the moment and getting that 3rd hatch. He is definitely behind in the base stakes at the moment. But he's getting over here and taking out some refineries. Kill this missile turret before it fires as well. Good work there. And because there are no Marines here, there's nothing SoMToZu can do. I don't know if he's noticed this fully yet. Surely he's not going to lose this planetary fortress. Mutalisk. Surely not. He is. The Zerglings are in. This planetary fortress is going to die. And instead of pulling it force back to deal with it, Loconess is saying, I've had enough. SoMToZu even is saying, I've had enough. All these... Blue Flame is not done yet, but it's about to finish. These queens are going to die. 6 queens is not enough against all these Hellions, but here come all the Mutalisks, and immediately the Hellions have to run. So losing 1 queen there, but not much else, and the planetary fortress was killed. That is a big win for Loconess, and starting to get back into this game, I think. early Hellion troubles put him on the back foot, but now he has 3 bases. His opponent has 2. And he's got Mutalisks charging around with that +1 air attack, +2 on the way. Baneling speed coming, even though we haven't seen any Banelings. Maybe we're going to go and try and bust that wall. But yeah, huge Muta count, able to eat through those missile cannons, taking out armories. Thor is out to chase away the Mutalisks, but they just did a lot of damage. And Loconess now has a supply lead in the game. It's also taking a 4th way down here at the other end of the map, sending a couple queens to bootstrap that base. And 18 Banelings morphing in. So Loconess is starting to get aggressive now. Might come and try and deny this 3rd from being rebuilt. Those rocks are down, so it'll be easier to defend the 3rd. It's perhaps something SoMToZu should have thought about before he built that planetary fortress. And these Mutalisks charge in again, and they force the cancel, so he does deny the 3rd. Great harassment from Loconess. The Thors going to push away 3 Thors up now. It's quite quick to get that many Thors out on the field. So SoMToZu not out of this game by any stretch, but Loconess on the front foot. Air attack 2 coming, make those Mutalisks even more effective. Still mostly Hellions for SoMToZu. Has got a few more Vikings and Banshees as well, and of course those Thors. And those Hellions do have blue flame now, which will make them even more effective against all the Lings and Banelings that are coming. Loconess is nearly in maxed out territory now. He's got a couple more Overlords to pop, and then he's going to be there. He's going to be able to get up to 200 supply with just huge amounts of roly-poly Banelings. I love Speedlings. Roach Warren coming down now at long last. Some Roaches going to be getting onto the field to tank some damage from all those Hellions. I think that's a good idea. And +2 on the way. Here comes a push from the Blue Flame Hellions, Thors, Vikings, and the Banshees are going to head up towards this 3rd base. Here come the Banelings and the Zerglings. Oh, can he get a good surround on these Thors? Yes, he can. They're going to go down. But most of the Banelings are wasted there, and he doesn't get many of them up to take out the Hellions. But he has killed off. Oh, lots of Hellions go down there. So many Zerglings. And the Mutalisks pushing out the air forces. That was a huge victory for Loconess, that engagement. And great micro to get his Banelings into position. And now he's going to come up and take out this planetary fortress again. He needs to get detection over here to take out this, just firing those Banelings at the planetary. He needs to get detection to take out those 2 cloaked Banshees. And these Thors are going to push away the Mutalisks, but the Lings are going to take them out. 1, 2, dead. Blue Flame Hellions, dead. These Banshees can't keep up with these Speedlings tearing around the map. And +2 coming, so +1 vehicle weapons for the Terran player. That 4th base up and running. The main is mined out, almost mined out for SoMToZu. And Loconess has a massive advantage, 70 supply advantage at the moment. He's going to remax very quickly. Infestation pit coming. Roaches finally out, and Roach speed on the way. +2 about to finish. Tons of Roaches on the way. I think Loconess is going to take this game. He's maxed out again already once these Roaches pop. Here comes that Overseer to get detection to help his Mutalisks deal with those Cloaked Banshees. Looks like SoMToZu might be going to try some harassment here, but it's not going to be good enough. Tons of upgrades. Here come those Spore Crawlers. It's almost as if he knew those Cloaked Banshees were coming. Well, he didn't know they were coming. You've seen before Spore Crawlers pop. Banshees run away. They did get a few workers, but that's not going to be much of a bother for Loconess. Just upgrades everywhere. Melee attacks coming. Burrow is coming. And Loconess is going to have a huge number of +2 Zerglings. a huge number of +2 armor roaches. Going up to Hive now, but he's not going to even need to. There's a lot of Thors up here, but too many roaches. So it's not gone terribly well for him this engagement. He's charged in a little recklessly here. He's not been as effective as micro as he should have been, and I think he's going to get wiped out here, pretty much. He's rebuilding incredibly quickly though. Maybe he was just throwing away this army. Maybe he wants to go to Infestors, go to Broodlords. Wow, that was slightly uncharacteristic. We've seen Loconess play some pretty good engagements earlier in this game, and that was a pretty poor engagement. Basically sacrificing his entire army straight up that ramp and just going all roaches right now. All roaches all the time. Getting a 5th base. Maybe Loconess thinks, I have so much income, I can just build armies and throw them away and I don't even care. And he might not be wrong. I mean, he's denied this 3rd for a long time. So SoMToZu only mining on 2 bases. We've got 2.5 mining at the moment for Loconess. I'm going to be another one very soon. SoMToZu pushing out now. He's got a lot of Thors here. He's behind on upgrades, but those vehicle upgrades are coming down, making these Thors very effective. And Loconess has maxed out on roaches, which have +1 attack now, +2 attack coming. And tunneling claws. He's just going to try and tunnel in there with these +2/+2 roaches is I think his plan. +3 armor coming. Lots and lots of Thors, going very heavy on the Thors. SoMToZu. Those SCVs trying to transfer down to this cheeky command center down here, but that is not going to work. And those roaches are going to go look for that command center now. Is SoMToZu going to do anything while they're out of position? No, it looks like he's content to sit in his base. Wait for something to come from Loconess. Here we go. He's got the creep away from his ramp. And now he's moving out. Blue Flame Hellions in the lead, Thors behind, lots of SCVs to repair them. Killing off creep. And these roaches have a long way to go to get there. Here comes that Greater Spire. So he could transition to Infestor Broodlord if he wanted to in the not too distant future, but he hasn't built a single Infestor yet. And these Hellions are going to get up in here and do a lot of damage. Blue Flames on the workers are going to kill significant numbers, but here come all those roaches again and again. Not really a winning proposition. All these roaches, nothing but roaches. Tanks are doing a lot of damage, so they will be killed now, but now the Thors have the high ground and Loconess is forced to run away. His unit composition just can't compete with all these Thors and Banshees. Now he's going Corruptors, now he's going to go Broodlord and get something besides just roaches out on the field, because it's really not working for him, though he does have a ton more roaches coming. He does have massive income, he can afford to throw away these armies, but it's not exactly clever play. Oh, these Broodlords are going to be caught while they're morphing in by those Banshees. Queens are being pulled in to try and deal with this, but the Queens are going to be going down as well. SoMToZu has just charged into the base of Loconess here. He's killed all those morphing Broodlords. I think Tozu might take this. I think that all roach army... Oh no. Well, he did well to kill a lot of them. In the end there's too many. I thought the battle was swinging harder than it actually was. Loconess's income advantage has paid off, despite his slightly bizarre choice of just going pure roach in the mid game. That is a very odd base construction from SoMToZu. Loconess able to hold that off, but not pressing home with the attack. He's got a double supply of his opponent. He's got a huge income advantage. He's got map control. He is going to get some Broodlords out finally. only one Thor left for SoMToZu. One more coming. And just no mining to be had. Half a base mining on at the moment. He's going to have to long range mine to get anything going with this base pushed out of there. Loconess says, that's a nice base location, I'll have that. Plops down his hatchery. And I suppose he's going to wait for his broodlords. There's stealth Banshee attacking his Greater Spire. Here comes the Overseer. That was comical for a while there. Right, here come those broodlords. That was why they weren't morphing in, because there was a stealth Banshee there. Income disparity is massive, as is the supply advantage. Loconess, despite being massively in the lead, has lost nearly as many units as his opponent because he's just been building these huge roach armies and hurling them at all the Thors and Blue Flame Hellions, watching them die. Flyer attack level 3 coming. Now the broodlords are out. Is Loconess going to push, or is he going to wait to max out again? SoMToZu desperate to get another base up, desperate to get some mining going. Flowing down this orbital command so that he can mine from short range. And SoMToZu has given up.